Hello there. Please first pardon the bad lighting. I am out here in Mulholland Drive, my spot for thinking, and I just have been thinking. I'd like to see myself as a very approachable and loving guy. I also believe that that part of me might also be an illusion. I'm out here in Los Angeles, and it's really scary because as much as everyone is there around me, I can't help but feel so lonely. And it just baffles me because I have a core group of friends, I'm in a relationship. I should be happy, but I'm not. And it's really got me thinking, what happened from college to post-college that made me feel this way, that made me feel so lonely? And I think I know the answer. In college, I had the convenience of everyone around me, and everyone was so busy, but we were all around each other because we had to go to class, we had to eat together, we had things that bonded us together, organizations. Here in LA, I don't really have that anymore. It's just so lonely and isolating because at the end of the day, I don't really feel like there's anyone I can go home to really talk about my day, to talk about my hopes and dreams and my fears. I feel like a lot of people might enjoy the idea of who I am, but I think as they start to get to know me a little bit more, and my walls that I've built start breaking down, the real me is not as appealing as the way that I might market myself to look like, which is this outgoing guy. I'm a really sensitive soul, and I have a lot of insecurities, and I have anxiety, and I get depression all the time. I really don't want to burden anyone, and it just really sucks because I'm in therapy and I'm doing all the steps that are necessary to love myself, and I just feel like I can't love myself still. And I don't understand why. As our Queen Olivia says, it's always one step forward and 3 steps back. That's how my life feels like. I'm always working on myself, trying to find the next big thing that I can be a part of to make myself feel purposeful. And that includes self-care, self-love, exercising, meditating. And it just feels like I'm getting there. And I'm doing creative things. I don't even have a job yet because I want to focus on who I am. And it's so freeing and amazing. But then at the end of the day, everything just falls apart. And it just feels like I did everything wrong. Everything that I could have possibly done right, it just all went for nothing. It's just 3 steps back. And not even just nothing. It just makes me feel worse. I'm here to say that being an adult is so difficult. So shout out to everyone who is out here just trying. There's so much guilt that I feel that makes me not feel like I'm enough. And that's because of all the privilege that I have to even be out here to pursue my dream, to be an actor, a filmmaker, out in Los Angeles, out on my own. I have an apartment. I'm able to live without having to have a job right now to be on this gap year. I just want to make the most out of it. There's definitely an element of self-doubt in my mind and self-insecurity. And it's something that I've been trying so hard to work on. But it's always gonna be a battle. There's never gonna be an end or a set destination. It's always gonna be about the journey, about the climb, as Miley Cyrus will say. I have a really hard time keeping in touch with people. And I think that's a very big issue of mine because now I'm lonely. And the people that are out of sight are kind of out of my mind, But are they really? I think about them all the time, but it's just so hard to connect with them when it's long distance. And this has already caused a lot of friendship, relationship problems in my life, just the long distance and me not being able to communicate right. So it really sucks because I feel like all of my friends, I've left them behind. And it's not that they've left me behind, but I am the one who's responsible for them not being in my life anymore. I want so badly for all of these friends to come back into my life. I've done my best to just leave that door open. I never want to close a door. I never want to burn a bridge. But it's too late. Even if I leave the door open, that person has to be the one to walk through that door and enter back into my life. Otherwise, it has to be me to go through that door. And I'm trying, trust me, I'm trying to go through that door. It just feels like all of the doors that I left open on the other side is their door, and they've locked it, and they've burned their side of the bridge. I would do so much to bring the friends who are not in my life anymore back into my life. At the same time, I understand that some friendships were not meant to last forever, and some friendships were just meant to be there for only a certain amount of time. And I'm very grateful for all the people who have come into my life at one point or another. And I'm even more grateful for the people who are still in my life, because it just means a lot that you've stayed through everything that I've been through and you're still here. Thank you so much. So in conclusion, I think I did this to myself. And the reason why I say this is because I've always advocated for this. I am a lone wolf and I am a nomad, adventurer, solo guy kind of dude that just doesn't really like to do things with other people because I have ambitions of my own. But that's not true. Deep down, I am just as insecure and lonely, and I crave friendships and people in my life. And most importantly, I crave community. And I don't have that here in LA. To end things on a good note, if you're going through something, I really feel for you because we're in this together, and I love you so much. You deserve all the love and the joy in the world. And if you're going through it, it's going to get better. Trust me, I'm going to get through it. It's going to be okay. I think today is just a very emotional day. But it'll all be all right. I hope so. And if not, no, it will be. Stay strong, and remember, you gotta have your back. Always. Peace.